Welcome, everybody. One more time. This is My805Tix. We have Paul Irving over here.
Hey there.
And I'm Colin Dean. We do this occasionally, Paul. It's been a couple months just to kind of talk about the things that are happening on the platform and remind everybody, all of our wonderful clients, some of the great things we can do on the platform, right?
Right. So you're wondering what even is the platform? We're talking about My805Tix. It's your local ticketing platform. It's owned by the New Times Media Group that runs the New Times in SLO County and the Santa Maria Sun for northern Santa Barbara County. We have been at it for about 8 years now, serving over 300 local organizations in our area and pushing over $4 million a year through the platform.
Which is incredible.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty incredible.
We're not a huge area, so it's a testament to what a great community resource we've built.
Yeah. It's changed my life. I know.
Yeah. So many of you people are thinking, well, you know what? Yeah, Eventbrite or whatever. There's a bunch of different things. I can get my tickets sold wherever. There's an incredible depth of knowledge that we've amassed doing this here together. And one thing that we feel sets us apart from a lot of these other platforms is actual human interaction and the guidance. I mean,
it's right here, right? Yeah.
If you know Colin or if you know me, you know that both of us are here to help. And we want it to go well for everybody. So
yeah, and I think it's really nice. I appreciate the fact that, before I was working here, I could call you up on the platform and be like, Paul, something weird's going on. What's happening? And we could get it solved.
And I love weird.
Quick. Yeah. we like learning about weird things that happen on the platform. Doesn't happen too often, luckily. Very nice. Well, we do have a social media update for everybody, Paul.
Oh, yeah. What's that all about?
And so we're going to be having a brand new social media strategy for Instagram as well as Facebook. So first of all, if you personally are not following us on Instagram and Facebook, we invite you to go over there, My805Tix with an X, and go and check out what we're doing already. But kind of the new strategy that we're going to be using, Paul, is ticket giveaways.
Does everybody like free stuff?
We love free stuff, Paul. We love free stuff. And so the idea, we've been posting events and it's kind of been going ho-hum. But we're going to be using a new strategy of giving away tickets to events to kind of help drive traffic to My805Tix. If you are utilizing Facebook and Instagram for your own event marketing, please tag us and use the collaborate feature, and we will happily repost that. So it's not like we're not posting events, but we're going to be prompting everyone out there because you guys are going to be able to write the right copy and write all the words and sentences that are going to be relevant to your event. You're going to do it better than we can, and pick the right image. If you could do that and just collaborate with us, and we will repost. And if you want to give away tickets, right, to an event, you want to get some fresh blood in there.
Yeah, how would they do that?
Honestly, just email us, right?
Great.
I'm like Colin at newtimeslow.com and
Paul at bigbigslow.com.
Yeah, you can just email one of us and say, hey, we would like to give away tickets on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll put you in contact with Ben over here at the New Times office, and he takes care of all the giveaways and takes care of all the nuts and bolts. And I don't know, Paul, do you think giveaways are worth it?
Well, I do. I think they're a great way to engage the people as opposed to just maybe telling people about an event where everybody else, you open up your social media, your emails or whatever, you're being pelted with hundreds of events all the time. And if you have an opportunity to maybe go to something for free, oftentimes that's what will open that conversation and get you interested in the event.
Yeah, well, it's a little hard to tell sometimes. I think sometimes we're, as event promoters, I sometimes have this feeling that because I'm giving away tickets, that somehow that's money that's left on the table. Those people would have bought tickets and now they're not. But more than often, I find that it's actually fresh people who have not even interacted with the event at all, have no idea what they're showing up to. And we get new people in the door that we've never had before, and then we can get their emails.
Right. And obviously, if your thing is destined for a sellout, then maybe you don't even have to bother. But if you are not going to sell every single ticket, then you should be doing everything you possibly can to sell all of your tickets.
Absolutely. So reach out to us if you want to do ticket giveaways, tag us, collaborate with us on posts. And I'm really excited about this new strategy. I think it's going to have a lot of value for everybody in the community. We're trying to get as many people following My805Tix on Instagram, so that way, when you collaborate with us on posts, you get the most juice out of your posts. And when you want to do ticket giveaways, we can cast that net as far and wide as we possibly can.
Yeah, and old guy here, I still think that Facebook isn't dead. And I find that a lot of people around here still have a pretty robust engagement, especially with Facebook events. Mm-hmm. And one thing you can do with Facebook events is co-host your collaborators. So maybe you co-host your venue and your other band members. And definitely, if you're doing tickets with us, collaborate with us as well. Invite us as a co-host. Mm-hmm. And if it's a music event, co-host Big Big Slow as well, and we can spread the word that way.
Yeah, it works. Paul, let's talk about emails.
Great.
Let's talk about email strategies. We're gonna switch the subject here really quick.
I love email.
As a marketer, I love email. As a person who has to read emails, I don't necessarily love it all that much, and so I kind of have this love-hate relationship with the email thing. But you know what I do know is that when I send people emails about my events, is they receive them.
Right.
They receive them.
It's highly targeted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Versus when I just post things on social media, 10%, 15%, maybe if it's a really good post, 20% of the audience will see my post. But emails, you know it's going to their inbox.
So how do you get emails?
Well, if people are buying tickets on My805Tix, like you guys are selling tickets right now, you have all of their email data.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's right there. It's right there for the taking.
Okay. Mm-hmm. How else can you get email?
You can request their email. You can have email signups. I think you'd be surprised even if you were to put a QR code. If you have Mailchimp, there is a way of creating an intake form for Mailchimp. You could put a QR code around the venue and say, if you would like to sign up, you go and scan that QR code. But I liked your idea that you're throwing out earlier about collecting emails as waitlists.
Well, there's waitlists and there's guest lists. Both of them are opportunities for collecting some data like email addresses. Mm-hmm. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's do guest lists, because I thought this was a really clever thing. Now, typically I've been doing guest lists as like a Sharpie and a piece of paper in the back of the bar, so to speak. But Paul, why are you saying that maybe guest lists could be better done through email?
Yeah, I think so. Here's what I think. I think that guest lists are cool, written out on a cocktail napkin or on your spreadsheet or something like that. But when you are on the guest list, your guest doesn't really know if they're really going to make it to the guest list. Yeah,
bro, I'll put you on the guest list. I'll put you on the guest list. And then you get to the door and I was like, wait a minute, you said I was, but now I'm not.
Colin said he was going to put me on the guest list. Oh, I don't see you here. And then that's an awkward situation. And
it is my favorite thing to do to you, by the way. Yeah.
and so one thing that I like as an attendee, if I know I'm going to be on a list, is to have my ticket in hand. So I can comfortably just show up and I know there's not going to be an awkward conversation at the door. So what I do is I always, for all the guest lists that I do, I always get an email and I always issue comp tickets to my guests in advance.
And there's kind of two ways to do that. So one way is within the platform, right? You go down to, I think it's in the promotions.
Yeah.
drop down. Marketing and promotions. You can open
send
up there.
complimentary tickets.
So you do have to take the extra step to ask your guests, and maybe, of course you have multiple people on staff or in the band or whatever happens to be, get their guests, make sure you send me their emails. So you got to collect their emails and then manually put them in. But then they get emailed their tickets and they know that they're getting in that event. There's like no questions.
And they also get the know before you go email that you've thoughtfully crafted to let your guests, all of your guests, know what to expect.
My guests are always really confused when they come to when they come to shows first time around. They're like, oh, I was just told to show up. I didn't know I had to do all this. But yeah, the know before you go email, I think, would be a really great thing for them to receive. That's good to know, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second way is, let's say if you have a bunch of guests and it's way too time consuming to type them in. Paul, tell us about bulk upload.
Bulk upload, and that's a feature that I don't think you guys have in your dashboard, but Colin and I are very happy to do this. Just send us a spreadsheet and we can bulk upload all of your guests all at the same time and issue the tickets. I mean, you don't have to have an email for that. I mean, we could still upload it with a bogus email. But if you can get the email, then it issues the tickets to all your guests at the same time. And it's really slick.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Very good. So there's also Mailchimp integration.
Before you get into that, want to hear my other thing?
Oh, I do want to hear your other thing. Yeah,
okay, so the other thing that I do with guests is sometimes people don't know if they're going to go, or you don't need to keep on hounding people. Hey, can you go? Can you go? Can you go?
So how could you put that in the hands of the people to be able to control that?
So what I might do is I'll create a promo code good for 100% off whatever tickets. Maybe it's a pair of tickets, and then I can show you guys how to embed that promo code into a link. So I'll send Colin a link. Hey, here's a pair of tickets. Go ahead and grab them by registering, giving your name and your email address, and then they get their tickets, and it's self-service, and you didn't have to do anything other than send out a link.
Yeah, which is really helpful. Or you could just send them the promo code. If you forget how to do the link thing, which I do very frequently, I forget how to do the link thing. But it's okay just to have a promo code for 100% off. And if you're worried about that getting out into the wild, you can limit it down. There's actually settings inside the system that says this promo code can only be used twice or 3 times or for 10 tickets or something like that.
Right.
And that might be a really great way of putting it in the hands of your friends, being like, hey, you gotta go get your own promo code, put your email in.
And I do that a lot for like radio station giveaways. So here's KCBX1, KCBX2, KCBX3, each good for a pair of tickets. Neil, could you just send this link to whoever wins the contest? And then we're all done.
Yeah, lots of ways of getting around it.
And you collect the email address. So back to Mailchimp.
Yeah, but back to Mailchimp. Okay, so Paul, why is Mailchimp such a great... It's almost become like one of the standard ways that people market via email. Does it work? Does it sell tickets for you?
I think it does.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Mailchimp is an email program. If you're not familiar with it, it's you have Mailchimp, Constant Contact. There's many different.
A bunch of them, yeah.
But Mailchimp has kind of emerged to be one of the industry's go-to, very powerful email program. Can analyze your emails, put together a good-looking email, time it out, figure out when the best time to send is, and all that.
Yeah, and some just great feature. I don't know if you've ever looked at this feature, Paul, but you can also have a click map on your email, which is my favorite thing, especially if you have a email that you're sending out a bunch of events. We do this through New Times here, and I can actually see, how many people clicked on this thing and how many people clicked on this thing. And one of the things I've learned is the top of the email is like the most important thing.
Yeah.
So if whatever's the most important thing you have coming up, make sure it's at that top of the email, because boy, people don't scroll very much through those emails.
Right.
So,
and you can also do like a A/B test to see which headline is more grabby.
Yeah. I think what does that do? It sends 33% one email and 33% the other email, right?
Where's the other 33%?
Well, it rates them, and whichever email does better in terms of clicks, it'll send that one to the other 30%.
Yeah.
And we've done it a couple times in Brass Mash, and so it's really helped out. You know, it gets your clicks a little higher, shows you an insight that you didn't know before. Like people don't like big pictures in emails; they like little pictures. That's what I've learned. Yeah.
And so, why Mailchimp? Who cares? How does that relate to ticketing?
Yeah, well, first of all, there is a Mailchimp integration within My805Tix. So if you don't have to sit there and like download everyone's emails and upload them into the program, if you're using Mailchimp, you can integrate that within My805Tix. Although I've never actually done it before. How does it work, Paul?
It's super simple. When you're setting up your event, you just go into your email section, you hit the Mailchimp integration button. It'll ask you which of your lists you'd like those people to be added to. And then as people buy tickets, they get added to your Mailchimp list. So you never have to import and export.
That sounds pretty good to me.
I recommend it.
Very good. Well, I think we've talked about emails quite enough, Paul. What would you like everyone to know about My805Tix as we go ahead and sign off? Although we do need to talk about the music awards here in just a second.
Yeah, so I guess there's tons of features. It's interesting. I've been at this as sales director for My805Tix for like 8 years now, and one of the things that surprises me all the time is I still learn something new, like almost every day.
There's so many features.
I find features that. Like all kinds of stuff.
Or new ways to use features.
Yeah.
That's kind of my new favorite thing. Yeah.
One of the things that I thought was kind of interesting that solved a need recently is I was setting up the Central Coast golf card.
That's right.
For American General Media. And so what their thing is you buy a golf card and it's good for a round of golf at like 12 different golf courses. And this is the first year that they're doing it digitally. So we engineered a solution for that, as opposed to we're going to mail you a card and then bring it to the golf course and they're going to hole punch it. And
so we needed like a virtual hole punch.
Yeah.
A virtual way to check off a box from one of these golf courses, but not uncheck it.
Right.
It's a one-way check. Yeah.
So there's this feature called Tap to Redeem. And so on your digital ticket, you have a button for each of the golf courses. And when you go down to Avila Beach Golf Course to redeem your golf round, all you have to do is show the Golf Pro guy, tap the ticket, and then it redeems it. And then you've checked yourself in. And by the venue watching you do that, makes sure that it doesn't get used twice.
It's pretty incredible, right? And so actually, like any of our events, let's say if they wanted to be, let's say they had somebody who's checking the door, right? But for some reason, that person couldn't have a device, or maybe they weren't trained very well. They could sit there and watch people go and tap them and check themselves in.
Absolutely. Like if you had a doorman and you didn't have the time to train them up on the system and show them how the app works and load it up on a device and connect to the interwebs and all
but it would
that.
have to be all set up beforehand, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty early in the process.
Not necessarily.
Oh.
Because what I've noticed is that you could engage that even right before your event.
Interesting.
Like you can take an event that was already done, just go back into the settings, enable a tap to redeem, and you're all set up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. Yeah. Any other features you would like folks to know about?
Oh gosh, what else? We've got self-serve upgrades. So if you had like a GA ticket and a VIP ticket, you could allow your folks to upgrade from GA to VIP and then they would check out with the difference.
Nice. So if it costs $8 more, they would check out with that $8, and they would like remove the GA ticket from the list.
Yeah, it would switch out your ticket from GA to VIP.
That's lovely.
And resend the new VIP ticket. And that's great because a lot of times with when organizations have multiple ticket tiers on different events, they'll have somebody on the phone like, oh, hey, can I get an upgrade on this thing? It's like, okay, could you send in a check or, some kind of way? It's like, yeah, I'll send you an invoice for.
Now, is that turned on by default? Or do you have to go in? Oh, so you have to go into one of the boxes and check it off.
That's a call Colin or Paul request.
Got it.
But that's okay. We're here.
Yeah.
We're responsive.
Yeah, so if that's something you'd like to implement on yours, I'm going to implement on some of my events.
You absolutely should.
Yeah. Any other functionality that we need to know about?
Well, there's so many features on this thing that I could talk all day about it, but here's what
we have before, by the way. Yeah.
Here's a common piece of advice that I give, especially to new ticketing clients, is to dream big. Get all of your hopes and dreams into one place. I wish the thing could do this, that, and this. Bring it to us, and there's a very, very, very good chance we can make all your dreams come true.
Yeah, we could pull off some stuff in there. There's some really cool features. So yeah, if you let us know what your wish list is, we could probably get a lot of it going. If
I would
not
say
all of it.
Darn near most.
Yeah. Okay, Paul, we need to talk about the New Times Music Awards.
Okay, what's that?
This is coming up. Okay, so this is basically our awards event. We have the poster from the past. I'm trying to remember which year this was. But it's a big deal. It's been going on for years. And we are celebrating the musicians who have submitted their original and also cover music into a bunch of our judges here at the New Times, and the judges have chosen who are going to be receiving awards this year, and then we're going to be throwing a concert with the winners.
Yeah, so we have different categories for different genres, and the winners of the best music, the best recorded music in each genre are all represented on stage at the showcase show.
Exactly. So we have like the R&B category, we have the rock alternative category, the country Americana folk category, and also we have some new categories too. There's the cover category, right? That you're very excited about. And there's a few more. But basically, I think it's going to be great if you could come and see who's getting awards. I think it's so much more about you need to be there and be seen, if you know what I mean. Like, this really is kind of an industry event where a lot of our musicians and talent bookers for the Central Coast, a lot of our studios are going to be there. And it's going to be a fantastic event. Paul, do you remember what date it's on?
Well, if I recall correctly, it's on Friday, November 21, coming right up.
Exactly. It's going to be here in just a couple days, less than 2 weeks away. It's going to be at the Slow Brew Rod and Hammer Rock.
Yeah.
Out there on Aero Vista and near Aero Vista and Broad out by the airport. We love them. Thanks to Ryan and crew for setting us up out over there. And it's always a great time, right, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just out of curiosity, where might you find tickets for that?
You can find tickets on My805Tix /E/ I can't remember the code. But of course, you can look on My805Tix and search up awards, and I believe it's the first one that shows up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we actually have a pretty good raffle every year.
Oh, yeah.
The raffle is where it's at.
This thing?
That's it. Yeah. Why don't you go and grab that? So Ernie Ball is one of our sponsors. Check out this John Petrucci guitar. It's pretty sweet. It's like partially carbon fiber, 24 frets. Has some sort of special tuning system, which I'd never heard of before, but this thing is it's so much fun. Yeah.
And somebody's going to win that?
Somebody's going to win that. Yeah, we're going to be having a raffle. It's going to be at the event. I think raffle tickets are $20, but if you buy in bulk, you can get extra raffle tickets. And whoever wins that, I'm actually kind of jelly because that's a really sweet guitar. And I just don't say that. Yeah. I'm a trombone player, so I could take guitars, yes or no, but this one's pretty cool. So definitely a great raffle that's going to be happening there. Again, just don't attend just because you think you're going to win an award or don't win an award. Rather, I think it's going to be just a great time to see all your musician friends who don't have a gig, because it's going to be like the Friday before Thanksgiving. So it's kind of a good quiet weekend that week.
Yeah. And you're right. It's kind of like the who's who of the local music business here. So come by and see all your friends that you don't ever get to see because you're working.
Exactly. Well, thanks, Paul. Anything else?
Yeah, sell tickets. Let us help you sell tickets.
Let's sell tickets, and we'd like to help you. That's all we want you to know.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you around, okay?
Cheers.